Very
what's
nice.
going on?
Look at that.
Nice.
That's
That
pretty
was
New
fancy.
feature. How
Little
about
extra
that?
feature. What's up, everybody?
Did you guys
How's
notice
Tuesday?
there are 4 dummies?
4 of us.
We're here tonight.
dummies.
We are in the house.
We got matchups tonight.
Cheers.
We do got
Look at
matchups.
some
2 good
good
matchups.
fights, boys.
Cheers to you.
Good fights tonight.
Don't leave out the ladies. I'm sure there's a few. I see Kim right there.
Gimme. How's audio? Audio good? Hopefully we're good.
we
Let's say
good.
hi to everybody.
I hope we're good. Total reboot of the computer
Yeah, I
today.
formatted today.
Drew rebuilt
What?
this thing.
Oh,
from
rebuilt
scratch.
the whole thing.
The whole thing,
Nice.
yeah, because it was. I couldn't open the windows. Nothing would happen. I'm like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, so if
Time
we
renewed.
have no audio, it's his
Yeah.
fault.
Steve
I
says a
checked out
couple
today.
of good fights. Yes, which let's start off with predictions. I saw Time for a Dram already said
Audio's good.
Log and Arran is going to win.
Yeah, I saw
So-
that was Gregor earlier. So let's start from the top. Who do we have on? We have Steve A. I know Tom R was on earlier,
No.
and he said he was first, and Facebook he was second.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's a
Well, you know.
he's a double identity guy. Steve A is on. These are a couple good fights. You're right. Zach Andrews, yes sir.
And
Bobby
J
J.
in the house.
Nice.
Zach
So there's
Andrews.
Gregor
There
calling
it
out
is,
the
right there,
winners.
calling it. So yeah, that's a good question. Before we begin, who's calling what? What do you guys think?
We got to cover what's there first, so people that maybe didn't.
What's in the title? But yes, technically you're right. Arran 10 versus Glenmorangie and Log 8 versus
Compass
Peat
box
Monster.
Peat
Bring the
monster.
bottles out so people can see them.
Sure.
Shua.
We've got.
Shua.
Here's one fight. We'll get into the tail of the tape
Get the other
later.
ones there.
And the other fight is right here. And we killed this one, so
Yeah, that's
that's
an
the
empty.
end of it. We'll have to get another one
it
if she
doesn't
wins.
win.
But those are the fights tonight. These two against each other. These two against each other.
We need to pull them back.
And we have, I know we've talked about it a couple times in the last couple of fights. We have started narrowing down the list for the bring a bottle back from the losing bracket as we start to round out the rest of this year. So we're tightening that list down and going to give all the patrons more votes than regular subscribers, but everybody will have a chance to voice something. So
Yep.
it'll be fun.
It's coming up very, very soon.
So Trevor, Whiskey Nose. Hey, Whiskey
Hey, that's it.
Nose.
That's weird.
Whiskey
Nose.
Nose.
That's a good name.
You know, that is a good name. You need to drop the E. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Malt Minion, Donna
Down the pass. I
Pass.
haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Calbert.
Calbert.
Excellent.
Calbert H.
Hey, Tom's watching on Facebook, it looks like.
Yeah, of course he is.
Welcome.
All right, there's our Canadians. I didn't see Pierre tonight on the pre-show.
I didn't either.
Oh, there's Martin. I didn't see him earlier.
Nice.
Nice.
So, I don't know what's in your glass. I'm warming up with
Kim?
a red
Kim's in
breast.
there?
Yeah, I've got red
Yeah.
breast as
Something light, so because we're gonna do these in a proper
Crispy.
order to make sure that the peated doesn't screw up the.
That's
the
a good
non-peated
call
fight.
out. That's a good call out. We'll see what happens. I
He
think you might
said
be right with that
TKO
one.
in the 10th, so that it's going to be close until the 10th
well.
round.
That's
huh?
going to be a really tough match.
I think it will be. Honestly, if you guys look at the
That's a good
history, Glenmo's held the belt since the category
For
started.
Like,
They don't
as
mess
Donner
around,
Pass
man.
said, if we picked Glenmo over of that one, we are truly dummies. So good. The good thing
Well,
is
see,
we
I'm
have
Well,
We're
the
they're
so
match
nothing like
right.
putting pressure on
We'll see.
Donner. Thanks.
A lot of people are agreeing with that one. I mean, technically, you're right. It should be like Glenmo has been freaking killing it, but Arran 10 is no joke.
We must have gotten a good bottle of Glenmo or something. I don't
They're
know.
all good.
They're all good.
I mean,
honestly.
They don't mess around.
It's the foundation of their distillery, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, right?
It's good
Oh,
stuff in
look
that
at
bottle.
that.
Right.
Glenn missed you. He's right.
Oh, man, that
Jared.
was awesome. Good to see you.
What'd he say? Even lucky I actually have a glass. Yeah, that's true. The Lag 8 is not as common as you think, but it's out there.
Yeah,
It is out there.
it is. Honestly, yeah, this is a brand new bottle, just opened. I picked this one up because our other one was running low. I bought it, didn't think we were going to need it, and she won and hung around, so I had to
We
bring
need
it
it.
down.
But it wasn't hard to find, right?
No, it wasn't that hard to find.
So
I can't
that's the
remember
whole
where I
point
got
of these
it.
is they should be relatively easy to find.
Yeah.
If you're going to a whiskey shop,
Right.
right? Like if you're,
It's not gonna,
Online,
it's not
it's
gonna be
definitely
at
available.
Kroger or Meyer.
yeah,
Yeah.
or I mean, or even like the little podunk whiskey stores that are
Right.
just selling
Like here in
Coors
Indy,
Light or something.
That's
it's
correct.
a little more scarce, but if you're in Chicago, Benny's, all these places have this.
Sure.
They should.
Which, just side note, there's another Lagavulin Nick Offerman out now, another 11-year-old,
that
the
looks
third
good.
one. It's called Charred Oak. So
Yeah. I saw
interested to see what that's about. It's $99.
It looks good. I have to get that one to review on it.
No.
So let's get this on the way.
let's get
What are we
the
starting
tailtip.
off with?
We got to start off with the ex-bourbon
peated, you
cask
think?
because
It's heated up this side.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's do tail of the tape. Let's start off with Challenger though. Let's talk to me about Aaron.
I don't have my glasses on.
It's 10 years old.
All right, Arran 10, 46% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural color. Distilled and matured on the Isle of Arran.
And it's 65 bucks at Total Wine. I
Matured in
looked it up just before the
Carranza.
show.
Okay.
So it's a $65 bottle,
All
which
right.
is a little bit more than the Glenmo 10. Not much, but they're both 10-year-olds. So, and what was your ABV?
46.
46.
So a little bit higher ABV.
What about the
too,
champ? What's the current champ looking at?
Mhm.
Everybody's reaching for their readers.
Man, I don't need them
You
if I
got
take my.
readers now?
I've had them, but
All your contacts.
if I take my contacts out, I don't need them. I can
But-
read in the dark.
I'm the same way too.
But then you can't see across.
Yeah, but
I'm-
who needs to do that?
I'm
Unless you're
the same
driving,
way
right?
with that.
So Glenmo, obviously 10 years old. This is 43% ABV, so we're 3% lighter.
Ooh.
This is the foundation for all of their
Yeah.
other scotches. So I find that after we've done this and after it's won a few rounds, I feel like they just put a lot of care into that bottle because it's the foundation for everything that comes after.
Garbage in, garbage out.
It just feels a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Yep.
They care about the oak casks. They have really good cask management, and I think that's been the difference for Glenmo versus a lot of the challenges
Yeah,
that they've come
they're
up
doing.
against.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's interesting.
I agree.
She found Glenmo 10 for 15 bucks.
Now you're talking.
That's a steal.
That is
Yeah.
But I will-
every day.
It's
like
good,
lottery.
good segue here because price wise, we're looking at about I think average around 40 bucks for the Glenmo 10.
Yep.
The
65.
That's 65, a little more for the Arran.
No joke.
So, but both 10 years.
And 3% more ABV.
Yeah.
So your price hike
A little bit more whiskey.
is a little bit more whiskey. But at the end of the day, if we're just looking at the tail of the tape, probably an inch or two more on the reach with the Arran 10.
Okay.
Right. I mean,
Possibly.
Uh,
I see where you're going with that.
But
That
maybe
works.
the Glenmo comes in with a little bit heavier punch just
you
because
flipping?
of the
Yeah, so heads
cask
will be
management.
gold. We'll do heads for gold. We'll see
Okay.
where it comes out. Tails, green.
starting green.
all right. So green. And the glasses aren't married up with the bottles. So we
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
probably
which
about-
one's
I don't
which,
know.
to be honest with you.
Did you write it down? Whoever did the
There-
board?
there's
Or-
stickers.
We got
on.
stickers,
Oh, we did the stickers.
but we did them like an hour ago, and neither one of us can remember
Yeah.
what they are. So
Uh-huh, sure.
Real light on the nose.
What do you
Slight
got?
Honey, little hint of caramel, kind of light. There's a little bit of the ABV still wafting off, but
That open bottle of water over there.
Hmm.
Thank you. And that's the one I opened earlier.
sweet
Like
and
it.
floral. I like it.
What no?
Okay.
No.
Smells like what you would think of as a Highland,
mm,
right? Like it's
Exactly.
got that
Non-cherry.
sweet floral nose to it.
yeah. If you said, hey, what region is this one? Tell me, I'm gonna kill you. I'd say Highland.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? And you
Ethereal.
just want to take a drink right away. You're like, oh, well, that smells delicious.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I'm surprised you
Light and
didn't.
refreshing.
I thought about it, but you've kind of usurped that. It's all right, man. I'm not mad at you.
Mark will take 10 minutes.
Ethereal.
to know
It's
that.
there is a light
Ethereal.
malt note in there.
Ooh, I'm getting some grapes.
Grapes.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, this is.
Like a champagne grape, maybe.
It may be a lighter white grape. That smells good.
He's tasty.
See, he almost.
He's like, he almost went in.
It is.
It tastes like it.
You're
I
right.
gotta have it
Yeah.
right now.
So the funny thing is, you're right. It does make you want to taste it,
Right?
because it's like, oh, this. I mean, it's like
Well,
refreshing.
It's very inviting.
It makes your mouth water.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
it's a salivating, like, oh, this smells like I should have a drink of that, right?
Isn't that crazy?
Bam! Marshmallow. Just open the bag. Right there in the nose.
Fresh marshmallow.
Fresh marshmallow.
And marshmallow.
And marshmallow.
I was like, what are you doing?
I have no idea what that
Not the marshmallows if you take the clip off because they've been in there a while. Fresh
Is
marshmallows.
this like an exercise thing?
I thought
Is there
he
a
was-
shake weight?
He was going to read from some scroll or something.
What did I do?
Is your
What did I do?
I don't know.
This is
terrific.
marshmallows.
It was wonderful. I don't know what this had to do with marshmallows. I
Pop
never,
in the bag. Pow.
Fresh marshmallows.
That's how you open marshmallows, Sean.
Oh my God, you guys.
Yeah.
Just drink the damn whiskey.
arms?
So what do you think? You tasted it.
Well, I'm still
You're
getting
speechless.
beat
It's
up.
so good. You're speechless.
No, it is very good. It tastes like it smells. Honestly, it's very floral. It's got hints of honey, nectar. caramel, a few
Powdered sugar,
things.
maybe?
Yeah, powdered sugar,
Cornstarch?
perhaps.
So I
Yeah.
find that it's very
Nice shirt.
Yes, that is a nice shirt.
it's very mouth coating. Like it
is.
fills
Viscous.
up.
Maybe
Yeah.
oily or viscous.
Maybe a little bit oily, but it's everything that I got on the nose, just more so. It does have a nice little bit of spice to go with the sweet though that I didn't get on the nose.
It's heavier on the palate than it is, and it's vanilla Oreos.
Well, that's an interesting.
Oddly
pull.
specific, but yeah, I'll give you that. Well, because it's got that creamy
It's
quality,
creamy,
right?
Right.
But it's
I
got
don't
nice
get any
good vanilla
chocolate.
notes.
No,
in it.
there's
the vanilla,
the
vanilla
cookie,
cookie,
the
the
golden,
part.
the vanilla cookie,
Okay.
right? The
Yeah,
golden
okay.
I'm with you. The
Okay.
golden Oreos,
Yeah. I got you now. Golden.
Not-
Thank you.
not the unicorn or like all the other ones, right?
But
Crazy stuff.
there is a creaminess to it. It is heavier. It's a little bit thicker than you expect coming off the nose. It's
So-
good.
So we have a special guest with us tonight.
Yeah, we do.
And
Look at this guy. I haven't had him on the
Come
show.
in and look at his
in-
choice of shirts because I think it's fantastic.
It's been a minute since this guy's been
You
on.
think it's fantastic.
I mean, it's.
We're going around here. We'll have you
That's
have
true.
you try this in a second.
A little off
So
base.
this is our friend Chad, also
Hello.
a whiskey dude.
Our neighborhood president. We got to invite him over because otherwise he kicks us out.
Doing my annual audit.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to run a business out of your house, and it's got your dummies here, so we get all these problems.
Easily persuaded to look away.
We're bribing him. Yeah. All right. So what are you guys
So-
getting on this? Anything changed?
More, I get a little bit more
Same.
wood now than I did before.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's got a nice finish. It's a you can chew on it for a little bit. It's
That's
nice.
weird because I got a good sweetness up front, and then it kind of just disappeared on me.
Yeah, the sweet's
So,
still there.
I need another sip.
Honestly, traditionally, those
It's not
heavy
oily.
sherried whiskeys are ones that I just want to sit there and put my nose in them for 45 minutes. I could sit here and smell this. This is beautiful nose on it.
It's
It's
very
really
nice.
inviting. It just you're like, oh, I want another drink.
Somewhat delicate.
I lost a little bit of floral on the second sip, though. I still get the vanilla, and it's got nice. I get a little bit more malt, and it's got a nice. I get a lot more of the wood influence, I think. But I lost the like delicate floral. I think it just kind of wafted off.
Have some. We'll add water, and we'll get to the next one.
There's a malt note in there too. It's
It's nice.
Ooh,
nice,
yeah.
very nice,
I like that.
very
mid-palate.
nice.
The mid palate
It's-
is malty.
It's got a more lingering finish than I would have thought
It's more
on
woody,
first
too.
nosing that
Yeah,
glass.
you're getting more flavor. You
The
gotta
finish
taste
is
it.
that golden Oreo. I'm telling you,
Yeah, I'm not getting that, but
I don't think so either.
I get the
I mean,
creamy
you could be wrong.
quality. I get where you're coming from, man.
it's good. It's
all
time
right.
for
So
a
that's
dram, would
green.
say.
Now we're hitting gold. Gold
Yeah,
glass.
he's falling back, but
Yep.
he's gonna take
Yep,
his
yep.
own time.
And then you got to put a drop of water on after he's done,
I'll
right?
do that. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hey.
Oh, I got to rinse,
Lighter.
rinse and repeat.
Heavier.
I would say it's very similar. It's got a little bit more of the caramel sweet factor than that had. Maybe a little less floral, and a little bit more oaky on the nose. But it's still the same. I would say the same family.
Yeah, it just seems lighter on the nose. at
Lighter?
least. Yeah,
I'm not sure about lighter. I mean, they're both
I don't-
light. Just
they are, but I don't get nearly as much punch in the nose. That like it's kind of similar
No.
aromas, but it's not as
This one's
pungent.
What's your first?
this one honestly smells
Your
more
water.
red to me. There's a more of a berry note in there somewhere.
I
This
don't
one,
get floral.
berry.
yes, this one doesn't smell as vanilla-y. It's not as ethereal, if you will. It's not as
Influence.
light. It does smell heavier to me.
So we were
I don't
talking.
wanna drink it, though.
What did you get on the green?
I didn't get floral.
I mean,
I
you can.
smelled floral. I didn't taste floral.
Okay.
It was wood.
You get wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you get
it's a
green wood?
real
Um,
wood.
There's a little bit of
And I'm gonna leave
heather
now.
on it too.
Huh. Yeah, this is heavier.
I told you.
I thought it was a little bit heavier too.
I don't
Honestly.
know.
It's more like meat potatoes.
Sean's like, I don't know. You guys
It
know what
smells
the
more
hell
like
you're
meat
talking about.
potatoes than the other one.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I love
thought
it.
it was a little
I'm
bit
just gonna have to taste it.
more
Amen.
wood.
So
That's
you
the
didn't get
beauty of
meat
four
potatoes on
palates,
it?
guys. Four noses. If you got four that agree, where's the fun in that?
So what did you get on it, Sean?
I just thought it was lighter, as far as like the aroma wasn't as strong.
That's for sure.
I will.
He's
I
taking a
can-
sip.
Yeah.
He's ready
He's
to
going
go.
all the way
That's
in.
legit. No, you're
Oh,
fine, man.
sorry,
Don't
sorry.
worry about it.
What'd you get on the nose? Compared to that one.
That one was more of a pungent smell
Yeah.
to me, for sure.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Get in there, go.
I'm trying to get that balsa wood. I think it's what's in there.
balsa wood?
He said balsa wood. Strong like bull.
No, balsa wood is not strong like
I
that.
know.
No,
That,
Oh, it smells weak and
that was-
flimsy.
it's weak like
To me, that
those
was
airplanes you
way
put together.
smoother,
Ooh,
easier to sip.
It's
That hits you
maltier.
hard for like a second.
that's really nice and creamy, malty. They're still very similar wheelhouse here, but that feels like it's got a little bit more going on to it.
Calvert, I one of these two that I've smelled is an Arran, and neither one of them had a Band-Aid to it. So tell me more.
Hmm.
You guys are quiet. You got
Honey
we're all
Analyzing.
I get a honey malt.
Right
It's
now,
like
we don't
honey
know which is
toast.
in which.
One of these is one of
here.
these.
One of those. You don't know what you were.
It's got some floral to it. Like it's very nice.
This
I
is
think
the
it's
current
heavier.
King. It's been king for like.
Wow,
weeks.
it's
This is the challenger.
I don't know that it's. I think the other one is more viscous. Like it like
Which
coated
one's which?
the original one, the green,
Is more
seemed more
viscous.
viscous. But this one, like,
Hmm.
I didn't get much on the nose, but the palate had a lot.
I agree.
going
I
on.
think it's the palate's stronger than what Green's palate was. But
For
sure.
I feel like the nose was a little bit
Nose.
more
Full and
elegant
aromatic.
than what the gold nose was.
Yeah, this is more malty. It's got more wood influence. You're getting,
Agreed.
getting deeper flavors as
But-
opposed to light.
But they are still very similar. I think they're like in the same wheelhouse for sure. Like they're both kind of playing in the.
so go
flavor
around one
profile.
more time. Or
Yeah.
I want to get one more palette
I
on
would
it.
argue that may be, if I'm thinking this is a ex-bourbon category, that may be better balance between the whiskey and the wood.
Yeah, I
Whereas
think you might
this
be
one
right.
may be more new.
Man, I think
This-
we got to fight, guys.
To your point, this
I
feels
tell
like
you.
I
This
would drink
feels
both
like
of them.
more-
How about
I
that?
know.
bourbon than high. This is more like Highland kind of feeling.
Yeah, but it's not new oak. I mean, it's not like you're chewing on a.
God,
No.
I'm supposed to be scoring this fight, and I
This
feel
lemon
like I've
now,
been slipped a
nose.
note from Donna that says, Aaron will win, or your dog's not going to be there when you come home.
I don't know. They're just very well matched, right?
A sweet caramel now that I didn't have before, and there's lemon now, a little
Well, that
lemon
makes
zest.
sense if the caramel's coming out with the wood influence.
Mhm.
Mm.
They didn't have that a minute ago.
Mm-mm.
The
No.
finish is hot
Citrus.
now too than that
Now.
before. Pepper
Like
after.
it's set for a
salted
while.
caramel.
So you
and-
got citrus on the long finish.
On the long finish,
Yeah.
I taste citrus.
Good. So
Oh.
interesting.
It does have a citrus note to it. I feel like it's tangerine or something. I get like an orangey quality. On the
I actually
finish.
get a little bit of chocolate in there too.
That's really nice.
Would you say that's because it's more a little bit more malty?
Maybe I
Yeah, more creamy.
But they're still both
Mhm.
similar, right? I think the interesting
Okay,
thing here
tough,
is
man.
Wait a minute, which one did
Water.
you have? The golden Oreos on?
The
on
green one.
See, this is really creamy and like more of the,
So-
the nougat or the
So-
cream.
so
in a
real
Oreo.
quick, let's go through the first round.
all right. So yeah, there's 2 rounds. We did nosing and palating of both of them. That's 2 rounds. Where are we at? What's your scorecard after
Yeah,
nose and
neat.
palate?
No water.
Neat, no water here.
I think they're
They're
even.
even.
I got a freaking push right now.
I want to see how the water treats it. I think that's
they
going to
both
be the
came
deciding
out.
factor.
I think they both landed some punches. They both took some punches, and they went back to their corners and said,
The only thing I would take
"Screw their
away
couch."
maybe is the lightness of the nose on the gold. Like it didn't, to me, it just didn't have a whole lot going on the nose like the green did. Other than that, flavor profile wise, they were both
Well,
very good.
Yeah, I think the Aran I prefer, or the one in the line was with Aran.
You don't even
He's
know.
already
that.
saying Aaron.
I don't know if that.
Do
you
you know
don't
that?
know.
No, I don't. But
Oh.
it's lined up with the Aran
Okay.
bottle, the gold. So
I'm
I
not.
don't know
yeah.
that. I think that you're right. The nose is not as doesn't stand out, but the palate has more depth to it. I think. I like the wood influence. It's a little more because it is a bourbon cask category. I think the malt stands well in that, but the nose on the green really is more interesting. I think so. Let's go around again. Let's go.
So, what do you think's going to happen with water, though?
I think we're going to see some big
You
changes.
think there's going to be a separation between the two?
I
Could it be
I hope
because
so.
one's a higher ABV? What makes you think that there's going
Well,
to be a
It's only
separation?
3%.
Right.
So
I just think because water always changes stuff, and you never know what you're going to get.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
I
these
got
have a lot to change. I think these have something to open up to.
So who's going to trip on their laces?
let's find out.
We're going to find out right now.
I think gold might.
Wow, the nose is
That
great
one's
in
the
this.
boxer that comes out and throws a haymaker on the first swing
and just
and
knocks
then
it.
just stands there and
You think
jabs
so?
you. And that one
That
it's
one
like,
stays in.
doesn't seem like there's much there, and then it
The nose in
Knocks
this
you
is a
out
lot.
and jump around?
This is
Yes.
so good in the nose right now.
Body blow, body blow.
Yep.
Just working those shots, man. Chopping that tree down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you went right in and tasted it too. So you're
Yeah.
combining
Oh, yeah.
this round. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
we got time. We got to time it.
Well, we're good.
That has evolved so much with water. Wow, the nose is more. The width is so much more going on with. Before it was much more. It was just kind of light floral and a little bit of I guess caramel. Now it's got sweet powder sugar. The caramel is sweeter. I didn't get the caramel as much before. I mean, it's just evolved in the nose, and the palate's the same way.
There's an earthy note in there too.
I actually got some green apple and some grape. I know you
You said
mentioned
grape
grape
earlier.
before, and
Mm.
I got it a little bit with before water, but now it's a white grape of some kind. But it's really nice.
That's a great drink.
Coats the mouth.
So that was one thing we did when we were down in at Starlight. Is they were pulling grapes like directly from the vine, and there were some purple grapes and there were some white grapes, and you're like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, definitely difference.
That was fun.
That's
I mean,
so. I would
it
think so
has
far. I
a
feel I'm right.
champagne
Yeah.
smell on the nose.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Those champagne
Yeah.
grapes. Yeah.
So far, thumbs up in water. I would
Yeah.
think for all of us.
Yeah, that's a
It
really
took
good
it-
glass.
I think it definitely blew the nose out and brought a lot more. It had a lot more to offer on the nose. I mean, we look at how many words we threw out after sniffing it with water. Like it just went
Yeah.
from here to here.
Yeah,
Like what
it
the hell?
expanded. Palate too. It seemed like it expanded a little bit and brought everything together.
Night,
See, I
night
know
and
the
day
palate is-
different with water.
The palate is like it burns now. I mean, alcohol burn on it now. Weird.
Really?
It does.
I
It
got a
does,
little bit of
it does taste hotter.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does taste hotter.
But I actually have a better chocolate long finish.
I mean, there's no
That's-
comparison on the nose, honestly.
Uh
I
Like
don't
this,
get
the nose is
citrus
basically the
finish on that
same, and
anymore.
it's dull.
oh.
Uh-oh.
Chink in the
Box is
armor.
getting tired.
Yeah.
Getting punched.
Rocky's got his hand on the
Exactly. I don't know which one to
Apollo's
punch.
getting beat
Cut me.
down right now.
Cut me. Cut me.
No.
It's good. It's just
He said it's good.
I guess it's okay.
Should have trained in the cold weather.
Mm-hmm. Telling you, I must break you.
That's so funny.
It's
It's good. I just don't think it's as full.
I'll
as
tell
the
you
grape.
what.
it doesn't have the full bodiness the green has.
the nose is definitely just muted. There's just it didn't blow up. This blew up.
It really did. The gold has a nice, more malty. I think that's the key is the malt. There's more malt in that gold than green. So if that's your palate, then that's not bad.
Yeah.
But the green it's much more rounded. It's got more flavors. The gold, this doesn't have a whole lot. It's just a nice kind of malty, caramely. It's good, but I would say with water, it hurt the nose, maybe enhanced the palate a little bit. Is my take.
All right, so I'm gonna go one more round with water here. But I think, in my opinion, water, there's a separation.
Yep.
There's definitely a separation now.
This people are saying Aran for the win. I honestly have no idea because I can't remember 2 days ago. Never mind 2 weeks ago when we did.
Look at
this.
Donner's like it went up 14
Smell.
bucks, right?
Which,
Decent 12 went up that high
right?
too.
Like I'm
I'm
not
almost getting some like
picking up
taste.
complexity. It's just
Yeah.
like a very single.
I'd agree.
Bob says if Glenmo wins, just retired as a champion. Yeah, he's not wrong.
All right.
I will say if
So
Glenmo
wait.
wins this match right now, Glenmo deserves like some serious award because it has fought this bottle. What was the other one? The
The Santa.
La Santa.
Santa.
Both those
Sure.
Glenmos have come to play in these fights. The coaches know what they're doing.
I
Yeah,
almost think it's
for
unfair
real.
for some reason.
Between these two,
For
Well, yeah, just because it's being so.
the value for the
Something about
Glenmo bottles, if anything else, the series has taught me, like, you're not going to go wrong. It's like 40, 50 bucks. It's going to be a winner.
if you're getting into Scotch at all, don't be afraid to pick up Glenmo. Period.
Okay.
So what do you think? Are you saying
I'll score it if you want me to.
Do it.
You guys good?
I'm
Everybody
ready.
good?
Yep, let's do
All right,
it.
go ahead.
All right, on the cards, 4 rounds, nosing, palate, neat, nosing, palate, water. I think nosing, palate, neat, after 2 rounds, halftime, if you will, it's combined sports here. I think we got ourselves a good old-fashioned cage match, man. It was a good stand-up battle royale. Both of them were standing toe-to-toe. I think once you put water on them, I think on the nose, there was a clear separation. And I would have to score it 10-8 on the green. I think green stepped out in front of gold significantly on the nose. On the palate, I liked green a little bit more than gold. I would say 10-9. It was much more closer. Both very welcoming. I wouldn't turn either one of these drams away. Not even if I didn't know what they were, just tasting them. They're both that good. But so I would say it's 40-37 green.
You're getting serious.
If I'm
I'm
scoring
not
it.
trying to add.
I was going to say, you are. Let me get my cell phone out.
I'm just saying, dude, we're talking about.
That was you were able to subtract 3 instantly in your head.
All by himself without fingers.
Like,
That's
No
tough,
fingers or
man.
anything.
A lot of people can't do that.
That's amazing.
What do you guys?
new math.
All right, so I'm not going to go down to the card like you did, but
I
I
appreciate
feel
the
like we
theme.
were. It was
I
thrown down.
appreciate the
Don or
theme.
point blank threw down. And so if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm afraid to go
The
home.
good news is he went down, so we don't have to. So we're good. He went down that path.
yeah, so I'm going to make it pretty simple. I think the gold has a richness that I really enjoy, but it doesn't have the dimension as green. So,
What kind of dimension? Like a tesseract?
it's like 4-dimensional
Really?
chess.
Tesseract.
3D chess. No, because the green, like we said, has the fruit, the champagne, the grapes, a little bit of maltiness, much lighter on the wood note than the gold glass. And that's where I have the gold it's right there, but I just think with the breadth of flavor and the way it held the water as well, I've got to go green again because it just.
So you're green.
I'm going to go green.
And
'cause I
what are
think it
you?
just-
You're green too, Mark?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Make up for 57.
I don't want to look right now. So here's the deal. So I am right there with you guys. I agree. Green's the winner here. But if I want to give you a quick synopsis of what I think it is, green is that cotton candy grape. It's just got a lot of things going on to it. That's your profile grape. To me right now, that's why I'm picking this one because I feel like the gold, if I had to pick gold and say what distillery is it without knowing, I would say it's on the old Pulteney side. It does not give me a whole lot of sweet factors and other flavors going on where green does. Gold's like, hey, we're playing in the malt world. That's what we're playing in. It's got a little bit of honey, some other things. It's not old Pulteney malt, but it's something along those
Right.
lines.
I was gonna say it's not heavy malt.
No. But it's that kind of flavor
Okay.
profile.
It's a
So
meat and potatoes whiskey gold.
that's why I think we're green to me right now gives me more of that what's going on. So I'm with you guys on green. So
You sure you don't want to taste it one more time?
No.
Too late. Too late.
I know. Sean's
Big deal.
he's taking
You
too
want one
much
more
time.
thing?
All right, Sean, you're the tiebreaker.
I am not the tiebreaker.
And we are,
but I do concur. I really liked gold. I thought that green just brought a little bit more. Like the nose was a little bit bigger. I like, at least tonight anyway,
oh my
I
gosh.
like the fact that it had some unique characters on the palate that I wasn't expecting, like the grape flavor. I was kind of not expecting that,
Right.
especially with the nose. So I just found it a little more interesting. So I'm going to go with the green tonight, but I don't think that takes anything away from the gold.
No, not at
No.
all.
They were both really good.
Damn good fight. Fun fight.
Real
Yeah.
quick, what do you have any fight in this
Yeah.
one?
If you were to pick.
Nothing additional. I actually like the nose on that better.
Green?
green,
But I like the nose on green better, but I like the palate on this way better.
on gold.
And then on
Okay.
water, it was green. So it's
Okay.
39-37.
So
Okay.
you're
All
kind
right,
of
all right.
So I was green.
But here's what we know: green won tonight.
Yeah.
So let's pull up the dram cam and see what's going on. So what? I don't know
What
what's
sticker is
What
on
sticker
the
is green? Green is yellow.
Yeah.
Where's
Yellow.
green? Green is yellow.
So flip it up.
Oh,
And
Wow.
I feel like I dodged a bullet. Donner's not gonna
man!
Who
Who
would
would
wait a
have?
minute? is
Holy
that right?
crap!
Blue
Yep.
is gold.
Yes.
Turn up the blue. Turn up the
Alright.
bottom of the gold. Let me see the bottom of the gold. All right. So yes.
We're
Are you
good?
guys
Are
sure
we
you got
good?
those right?
Yes.
So I was with you. If you said that by any chance, I kind of thought I screwed a pooch
I
tonight.
thought.
But I'm glad. It's sad I picked the right one in the sense of my palate, no matter
you
what.
I gotta be honest.
But I feel like I'm glad Aran 10 won.
Aaron 10 is definitely it brings a different dimension. That was fun. I mean, I'm kind of sad because Glenmo has ruled this category. This
Yep.
bottle has been on top of the mountain for a long
This
time.
is quote of the night. Dummies are lucky they almost lost me. You're right. I felt the pressure the entire time. I really did because listen, this is something. If you guys have never done this, I know a lot of you watching right now in the chat have, but if you've never done something like this, it's hard because you really honestly have no clue, and especially when you pick like for like, and you have to pick something.
Gosh.
You really get honest.
You only think you know what you're
You
talking
think
about.
you know, but you don't.
Yeah, we've been completely wrong. I thought I was picking a bottle the whole fight and didn't.
I didn't. I got switched too, to be honest with you.
Good
I thought I
fight.
picked Glenmo again.
Wow, but at least when I walk outside Drew's house, Donner and
Yes.
Gregor aren't going to be standing there with bats.
I feel the pressure from the chat has been lifted, and we are okay.
All right.
You really are dumb.
Now
We are done.
now we can screw up the next one.
Right.
All right, we're good to
So-
go now.
Wow. New champ. Honestly, I think this is the first. This is the second king of the hill of this category because Glenmo has ruled it since
This beginning.
the beginning.
Yeah.
So
But I have a
Aaron
feeling
10.
this guy is going to stay for a while.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a big bottle. man.
It's too
It
damn
don't
bad.
play.
It's gone up $14 a bottle. But I can tell you what, it's pretty damn good.
There you
Well,
go.
$65 for Aran 10 is worth it.
Oh, it is.
That's
I
a good
definitely
bottle.
think it's
What's the
interesting.
Glenmo at?
Is that? Oh, it is. I'll take that.
Really?
Here's another good quote tonight. Where's that? There it is. Where is it? Oh, I lost him. He jumped on me. There he is.
Yeah.
Take the pick asides now. We're good.
Aaron.
That's
Wow.
funny.
Tough crowd tonight,
All
man.
right, let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move on.
so now we are moving on to a peated category fight.
Oh,
We've
boy.
got
I don't know if Andrew's ready for this.
I don't want to do this. Can I leave?
as you can tell,
He doesn't want to pick a loser. That's the problem.
But even though
I think it's
the Peat
fantastic.
Monster's empty, we can't see what color the sticker is because all we can see is the backside of the sticker, which is white. So we don't know which is which. I'm sure we might figure it out as we go, but that's not the point. The point is we're going to do the same thing, 4 rounds, neat nose, neat palate, water nose, water palate. And the current champ is
Log 8.
Lagavulin 8.
So
Alright.
both of these, let me go full screen.
Don't
with
pick
this.
them up.
I'm
I
not.
want to see what's on the bottom.
Both of these bottles are fantastic. We've had Peat Monster for years now since it came out. This is like the how many renditions?
This
have we
was
So-
the third.
Right.
third.
At the end of the day, we understand Compass Box Peat Monster could have fallen in the blended category because it is a blend. We accept that.
Technically,
But it's more of a peat than it is a blend when it comes to
hence
fights.
the name.
Um,
And Lagavulin is tried and true in the Isla category of monsters anyway. It's on
Right.
its own. Lagavulin 8 has held its own for a couple of rounds. And Peat Monster coming in this one, I think, is going to hopefully show up and play dirty. I don't know.
this has been a pretty broad cat. Well, I mean, this category has had a lot of fights,
Yeah.
right? This, I mean,
It's
we've
been
done
through a lot. The most out of all
We've
of them.
put it right. It's got the most fights of all of our category, and there's been some pretty big hitters. There's that Lacheg. That Lacheg 10.
Chick 10 won for a long time.
And I think it got gypped when it.
And it
went
might be back. I don't
Yeah.
know.
There-
At the
Listen,
end of the day,
there's no doubt in my mind it's coming back.
Yeah,
no doubt in my
I'm going to
mind.
bring it back.
right?
I
It's
think everybody's bringing
thrown
it
like
back.
bull. for
Patrons,
sure.
everybody wants.
But when we look at these two bottles right here, so we said this was a blend. Lagavulin 8, everybody knows what Lagavulin 16 is. What's different about Lagavulin 8? Obviously, it's half the age, but it's higher ABV, and it's actually a little bit less on the price. And so it belongs here because I think it's a little younger and wilder. It swings a
It
little
hits
bit.
hard, man.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. So Lagavulin 16 is like if you could only have one whiskey on
A
a desert
mature,
island forever,
yes.
that's my whiskey.
Yes.
But Log 8 is a different beast. It's just got elbows and
Got a little bit of an attitude.
So
Yeah.
they're about the same price. From what
Yep.
I'm saying.
Okay.
So
There you go.
anyway, let's do tail of the tape.
$60.
Compass Box, Peat Monster. Talk
Is
to
this
me.
a cast drink?
No, it is not. I will do this one. So Compass Box, Peat Monster. I will keep the sticker covered. I can't read. It's 46% ABV. It's
a bigger
blended,
bottle?
obviously.
Huh?
It's just blended malt. It's
No,
blended
no.
malt. So no grain whiskey in this. John Glazer, we all know he's a genius. Peat Monster, hence the name. It's going to be heavily peated. But what was your price point, Drew?
60-ish bucks.
All right, and non-age statement, obviously. So our current king of the hill of this category right now is Lagavulin 8.
Lagavulin 8, 48% ABV. It's not clear on the barrels that they use. I know they do a lot of ex-bourbon, but I think they may include some sherry in here as well. But I don't know if we know that for sure. They're a little bit more vague on that.
Lagavulin 16 does,
Yeah.
but I don't know about the 8 for sure. But so we've got a 46% ABV against a 48 ABV.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
it's gonna be that
close
close.
enough. We have an age statement against a non-age statement.
That's
And a
true.
blend against a
and a
single
blend,
malt.
right? So
Yeah.
honestly, wow. I mean, we've got two different styles of fighting here.
and ABV and Isla, I mean, it's harder to kind of really
Yeah,
distinguish between those two.
a good peated whiskey will high ABV. So
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
I'm curious to see how this plays out. We know that Compass Box can put together good whiskey.
I honestly have, if I'm picking one, I don't know. I really don't
I'll
know.
take
This
that.
will be
I feel
fun.
like,
All
this
right,
is more of
so-
a blood sport max
so-
than a boxing
Exactly.
max, right?
These aren't
Yeah.
even. They're not two boxers.
This one's
We've
half.
got one that's
They're
Muay
in a
Thai and the other
glass
one.
and
What?
You know, with these guys in front, we never say.
I know they talk too much. Black is
Whatever.
heads.
Black is heads, so we'll spin this and see what. Oh, it is heads. Black wins.
Black goes first. Okay, so boys, it's peated time.
Scotch one's good.
No,
Whatever, too
It
late
smells
now.
like
I call
peat
that a
and
head,
smoke and earth.
As long as he knew which one the hit
I
was,
know.
right? Whatever. Whatever.
So a lot of times we talk about Isla. A lot of the words we throw out there are barbecue, right? That's kind of the first things. I'm not getting so much barbecue. I'm getting more of the sweet smoke and a little bit of earthiness on that one.
No
A
pork
little-
grease?
almost sherryness, honestly.
Wow.
it does have a nice sweet.
Yeah, I don't get the charring barbecue that we
Oh, okay.
char. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that at all.
All right. So, what would be in the barbecue sauce that you taste there, Sean? A little bit of sage, maybe some pepper, crushed black
I don't
pepper.
get any sage. You don't want sage in here.
Well, I'm just threw out some words.
All right.
Tarragon, maybe.
I mean, it's got sweet. To me, it's got like that sweet burnt caramel smoke, that barbecue smoke, right? Like from just slow smoking stuff all day. It's got that nice rub on it. So you got the like sweet paprika and a little bit of honey.
I
And,
know.
all right, it just makes you want to take a drink. You should
Yeah.
take a drink.
It's like you've got a little glass of barbecue
Get
to the
yourself.
side and you've smoked it for a while. It's
So-
kind of what you're getting.
But it's got a sweeter
Barbecue
nose than
sauce.
So yes and yes, but there's also on the very end of the nose, there's a little bit of a loose note that I've gotten on some Islas that I don't want to say is off-putting. It's just not as desirable to me. I don't. Maybe it's fair to say it's a metallic scent. I'm not sure. I get all of those things you said
Middle.
up front in the beginning, but at the end of the nose, I start to get this little bit of a metallic note that is just a little bit
you're
like
hitting it too
what's-
hard.
I'm hitting it too hard. Puff, pass. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, hurry up. Pass it.
Come on, man.
Pass her back.
10 minutes on Mark's nose.
So I'm not saying bad. I'm not saying a bad nose by any means. But if I've got to get critical here, I can say that there's a little bit of chink in the armor there.
I would agree with you on metallic. I mean, just from my sensory from a few minutes ago, yeah, metallic is still there.
Uh-oh.
Andrew doesn't get any of that. He doesn't even know what you're talking
Listen,
about.
It's not even fair back here. Let's count him out because
You guys, just turn your video off and listen
he's
to
gonna be
Andrew.
in love the entire time. We're
of the group back here.
To charge you guys extra for this audio.
That is just a bright, sweet, peated whiskey that is just glorious.
I'm impressed you didn't sip it. You should have sipped it.
You should have sipped it. I can't believe you.
I
did.
I got to nose the other one first, though. That's the thing. With Peat, you got to be
Wow.
real careful with that
Wow.
because it'll completely blow up your
Nah, you
sinuses
just,
and you
you
won't
just get in there, man.
Just get in there.
So that
Wow.
is a great. To get a little bit of cinnamon in there. I mean, that sweetness is just really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, and the you know
You got anything?
Leather.
Leather.
too many.
I mean,
wheels.
barbecue smell, but like
Like
Just
you tied
a
the pig down.
leathery, yeah.
How many of those edibles did you eat?
I might have grabbed the wrong bottle. Might have grabbed the weekend bottle. It's only Thursday night.
Damn, I was off a day. My bad, babe.
I got vitamin gummies and weekend gummies.
Flintstones.
There were vitamins. You mean this thing's not going to go down for 8 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it's a leathery finish
Really?
to the smell.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
That's totally
that's
legal.
good for
See,
you.
I think that's part of that. There's like a sour, almost a sour note in there. It kind of smells like used leather. Yeah, I could see that totally.
So George is telling us the percentage of the peat monster: 64% Coliola, 35% Lafroig,
Don't tell us that.
with 1% magic.
Yeah.
You know, actually, Coela kind of smells like that a little bit in here. Almost semi-sweet, but molasses like
Interesting.
syrup.
Oh, tasty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, here we go.
We
We're
gotta-
going. We're
we
going
gotta-
palate. It is what it
I
is.
thought we normally did noses on the first
Well,
second
you
round.
guys always throw this off. I mean, I
It's
do what you got to do.
wonderful.
Poker face.
It's got a nice creosote.
Wonderful.
I'm definitely getting a creosote note on the nose.
Yeah,
No.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get that on the nose at all,
I mean, I
but
still have the nose in my nose.
Semi.
It's
It's
that
actually
strong of a nose.
it's a
Oh, yeah.
it's a soft roll from that semi-sweet. It doesn't the palate is not as
Yeah, there's some
sweet as the
acrid in there.
nose was, but
No.
it's soft sweet rolling into that creosote into a white pepper that kind of almost burns a little bit on the back end.
I don't get a burning, but I get what you're saying. Like because I keep the sweet note and I keep the creosote note, and it's almost a layered quality to it. It's nice.
Yes, sir.
Are you raising your hand?
Raise a hand if you think the dummy's hosting a burn supper in January is a call for us to all descend in Indianapolis. I'm raising my hand.
Why not? I'm in.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
Come to Indy in December.
in.
We're making
I'm
it
in.
happen.
That gives Mark plenty of time to learn the poem.
I can do it, man.
If you want to come to Indy, email us. We'll make it work.
Gregor brings a kilt, I'll memorize the poem or read it from my phone. One of the other.
I will say, if Gregor comes, I can guarantee you're gonna have a great time. That dude's fun.
Oh my God.
So much fun.
So I would agree. There is a creosote note, but it doesn't overpower.
No,
I think the sweetness is balanced
Oh.
well. Yeah, I was getting on the nose. I did get on the nose in the
Oh.
second round. Just like a hint of it, just like a little underlay
The creosote?
of acridness in there.
You're a good man, Andrew. I like he's
I think he's spot on, honestly. What you got?
It is hit you with peat, but it goes away so fast.
Yeah.
And it's like you're walking through a field, you can smell the grass, you can smell the earth, and all of a sudden that just parts ways and it finishes really smooth.
He likes it.
and
I'm not a peated.
That's a nice, pretty picture. You just
I'm not a
I
peated
know.
person. And it hits you with peat, it gives you the peat, but it doesn't.
I want to put a canvas in
Linger,
front of
it's
you,
not
give you a nice
oily.
little afro and a board. You should be painting.
That's
this.
good.
So it has a
It,
little-
it does
actually-
actually that when you said that I'm sniffing, I'm like, yeah, what he said. Like it's like you're
yeah.
outside partying the earth a little
Mhm.
bit with
See on the
Yeah,
nose.
see with this, I'm getting a little bit of it. I get this with usually with Ardbeg, like a Frito chip. It's kind of a salty roasted corn kind of.
Well, I'm not getting that.
I know what you're saying.
I'm
I don't
not
get
getting
that.
that, no.
It tastes like a corn chip to me. I love Fritos, and that's why I love it.
It's cold. It's a lot cold right now.
Oh, that's not necessarily good. Is it losing some of the sweetness?
The sweet's up front, but then it gets into more of that bitterness and coal
Okay.
in the second round. Still good, but not as good as the first taste.
Go on,
So I
say
feel,
it.
What are
I
you
feel
saying?
like it was
What
gonna
are you
be
saying?
like my initial nose was like Van pulled up and was like, Andrew, you want some of the sweet candy? And then you walk over and it's creosote.
Who's you in the van?
You thought it was bubble yum. It's big red.
Surprise, remember?
Exactly.
You
Wake
thought,
up
yeah, you
a
thought you were
week
getting
later,
double.
face down in the dirt. So you
Yeah.
heard.
Right?
It was double.
Wakes up in a
bubble.
bathtub full of ice, missing a kidney. Damn.
I thought,
Damn you, creosote.
I thought I'd hop a bubble, but I ended up with double bubble.
You got
The
you got bubble.
creosote bandits hits
Great
again.
babe.
Oh my god.
Wheels
Oh
are
my
off.
gosh.
That's funny. Back to reality.
All right.
Okay.
I like it because it's so balanced between
Oh yeah,
the
the
two,
peat's
right?
gone.
Like, but it's not none of that. Like the spice is there, but it's not overwhelming. The peat's there, but it's not overpowering. The sweet's there, but it's not like cloyingly sweet. It all just works very nicely together.
It's really kind of a soft player in the Isla
Tasted it
category,
once, the nose is way sweet.
right? I mean,
Well-
you get the Isla from beginning to end.
This
but
thing's
it's
been going around
softer.
for 10 minutes, so the peat's gone. Now we put water on it; it should revive it. But I mean, it's
Ooh, I mean,
it's
it's all sorts of
evolved.
vanillas on
I
it.
mean, we need to give this one its equal opportunity
Yeah.
because
Yeah, no,
Um,
you're right. We've been around for a while. Let's get going.
yeah,
Those
Second nose, the leather's gone. Now
Yep.
it smells sweet.
Yep. I think the vanillas
yeah,
are coming
yeah,
out.
You gotta rinse that off.
That's good.
Jared says,
All right.
"I think I know what's in the black glass." We're gonna find out.
God, they're very similar nose, honestly. I think maybe more sherry. I can't pinpoint it right now.
See, I gave that a quick nose when you open that one up, and that one fell flat to that. On the
This
nose.
one to me has there's a little bit of sweetness, but I get a grassy note.
I'm gonna pour some water in my cup.
Oh.
That's my.
Yep.
Is there another one down here?
There's more because I've been drinking out of that one.
Weekend.
To
January
me, it's
24th.
not. I don't get any kind of creosote or peat on the nose with that necessarily.
Oh my God, yeah.
But
Where's the peat?
it's got a grassy like.
It doesn't have the peat.
No, there's. I mean, definitely a green grassy note.
Yeah, which is
Uh-oh.
interesting. There's some
Who the hell poured
sugary
this?
notes in there. It's
I
one
did.
giant leap.
That ain't one giant leap.
Not with a grassy note.
Wow, if there's any phanos on there, it's 3 or 4.
Oh, you going?
It's got a phenol.
Yeah, he's just going in. We're smelling. Mark's going on.
Mm.
I'm giving it a chance.
Okay, so there's peat. I mean, clearly it's peated whiskey. It's not as strong, but it covers
Ooh.
around in there.
Okay,
Yeah. Snuck up on you.
Shoot.
it's pretty effing good.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Really?
I didn't get a heavy
So,
peated note at
okay,
all,
Mark.
guys, but I went in on the palate and it's there on the palate.
We're last. We can
It's,
try it.
No, we're being good
We're
about
really
it.
It's
good.
real good and balanced on the palate. There's not any note that overpowers the other. There's a nice middle of the road sweet peat.
A bit of maltiness in there. I'm putting the malt.
It's pretty damn good.
So it didn't. It tasted better than it smelled.
I absolutely. It didn't smell bad. It didn't bring a peat forward smell. So peat
No.
category, can I ding it for that? Maybe, but it wasn't off-putting by any means. It just didn't have that. The first one came with you like.
It lets you know what was up.
It is balanced. It is flavorful and tasty, and I mean, all those adjectives.
I get a little bit more on the nose now than I did initially.
Man,
Okay,
it's not that.
Ross.
that's a sneaker, man. It came
It is.
came in when I first tasted. I was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm like, well, okay, now I do because it comes in there after about 2 or 3 seconds,
Like all
and
shapes
as
itself
more
up.
things are hitting up with caramels and sugars, plums and smoke, molasses, a
So
little spiciness.
right. You said this was more of a cage fight, like Bloodsport, right? So that one's definitely more of a striker. This is a grappler, right?
Yeah.
It's a slow fight, but when it gets on the canvas, you pray to God that you don't leave a toe exposed because it's going to break it. You're tapping out. I'm out. I'm out.
It's
I'm
got
out.
it's got a big
Mark.
finish,
Toe bar.
like a big finish.
Yeah, come on.
I feel like this is first judgment. I feel like this is poor judgment, but I feel like the first glass, I guess, which was black, I felt like it was trying hard, like it's almost fake peat.
Which one? This one?
No, the black.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this one is it's like more authentic in a sense.
Nice.
But I think the black has a little bit more fuller flavor, maybe, if I remember correctly. Let me go back in again. I can't remember.
I don't want to give a perception by saying a fake peat. I don't think it's
With water?
necessarily
Yeah, go ahead.
that. Because honestly, when you say that phrase fake peat to me, you know what I think of? A Freud Select. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, that's like
not a good one.
it's like
Fair.
flavored peat, right? You know, they just poured it in. They're like, make it peat. There you go.
Hey,
It's
guys,
like Kool-Aid.
Real quick, shout out
That one
to
changes.
Brad.
Hey, Brad.
for me.
Like it
Super
starts as
chat.
one thing.
Come
Come
to
to
spot.
spot. Okay.
Man,
Thanks for that.
finish
We'll
is
get to that.
another thing.
We're in the middle, all right.
That
We'll
just
cheers you, but
stays-
thank you, Brad.
Like it
That's
hits you
cool.
with the
All right, so-
flavor, and that flavor just dies. It doesn't change. It just holds it until it's gone.
I tend to agree with you.
So
The blue has a more
neat.
like consistent flavor. It just like it doesn't kind of go like this.
No,
it doesn't.
it just holds.
Yeah.
Well, where are you guys at, Neat? Then we're at halftime.
I was
Black.
expecting to hate one.
Yeah,
but
I'm with
not a
Andrew. I
peat
like the
guy.
black
Actually,
better.
Really?
cool.
Yep.
The black
Okay.
has all this power and confidence.
This is
in
going to
it,
be a fun fight.
Whereas the blue is kind of like you're just showing up for work.
Right.
I'm
This
blue.
is me.
I'm blue
This
too.
is what I am.
Well, you're wrong. So that's okay.
I love Andrew.
I'm going right now. I just smelt it again. I feel like there's more charcoal in this one than there is in that one.
But that's got water on it now.
I know,
Is
but
this-
it did first time too. But I like the palette in that one, but I feel like it's more real.
Okay.
Real.
So
If I'm expecting Pete as a non-Pete
Of course, you're not.
guy,
This is your wheelhouse.
that's
Right.
it. That one's like a imposter Pete. Like it sends,
What?
See,
it
this
sends,
agrees
it
with
sends
me.
Pete up front, but then it changes.
That's
It's
what
a
I like
chameleon.
about
It's
it.
like
It's a
I want
doppelganger.
to be in the Pete family,
That's
but
what I
I'm
like
not.
about it too.
I'm not
Well,
there.
because to me,
I'm married in.
a peated whiskey to me changes over the course of the palate,
It
right?
does.
Like you'll get sweet up front, and then the peat kind of hits you, and creosote and coal and all of those
Yeah.
flavors, and then it kind of wafts off, and you end up with like a caramel note or vanilla or something else in the back end. Whereas the blue glass to me was fairly unidimensional
Yep.
all the way through.
Yep.
Like I didn't really get a whole lot of changes from front palate, finish. All of it was kind of very similar.
See, the thing you have to consider with whiskey is as you drink it and as it gets diluted in your mouth, different flavor compounds will come out.
absolutely.
And, you hit that fresh alcohol and then it dilutes in your mouth and it just things will change. And that's, to me, that's an indication.
Tell me that's not good.
Tell me that,
Go
to me, that's an indication of a more complex mixture of compounds in there, for lack of a better word.
That is straight up delicious.
So the creosote level on that one rise even more. Like it's even more than it was before. But I will say, if I were to say one thing that I think it's really good, honestly, I like it, and it's like charred marshmallows now on the palate.
Yeah.
like it's so charry and creosote. Like it's really good.
It's on.
It feels like the sweet and the charcoal creosote kind of mixed a little bit more. So it's not
Doesn't feel as fake.
layered.
Doesn't feel as
Yeah,
fake.
so the peat creosote nose, I'm getting all sorts of vanillas and on the nose now.
It's really nice.
So
That is really good.
the creosote note went away with water to me, and you know what I ended up getting was that charred flavor on the end of some ribs. That you're just like, some burnt char on that rib.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I got some barbecue going on, and I'm like, oh shit, that
Yeah,
was
but, it's
trying
not,
to-
but it's not sweet. It's more just a charring.
right.
Yeah, it's a burn end. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crunchy.
just a burn in, right? Yeah.
Good. It's good.
Try it.
Mhm.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Go back
All
and
right.
look.
It's good.
Bring on the blue.
It's definitely coming. It's
So
fighting.
I will say, quick update. Black much better with water for me.
Mm-hmm.
What?
7, 8, down 9.
What's how much? What
Mm,
quarter?
6 minutes, fourth. 6, 7 minutes.
Okay, there's a big difference in the nose now. This is lighter on
It
the
got hotter
nose.
for me with water.
This is
I taste more
richer,
of the
deeper than what this is.
That doesn't always mean better.
True.
You would have
Man,
brought it up if it made it worse.
you got to get in the
That one
van,
didn't
dude.
Change. It didn't go through the
I
change
still
for me
got it.
quite as much. The burn
Correct.
kind of hid some of the
Yep.
change.
I think what I like about the blue is that it has more of that sherry focus to it than what this does. I know.
Ooh, man,
I'm
I
not
like
saying.
that
I'm not
blue.
saying.
I
I
like
understand.
that
I
your
know.
point.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
I know.
You're right.
I know you're going to go with that, but I feel like the black is more of a charry Isla than what this is. This is more of a little bit more of a sweet side of things.
Look at D. Hi, D. Thank
What'd
you.
you say?
Oh, look at that. She's giving us, because there's 5 of us now.
Thank you, D.
I
I
like it.
appreciate your super chat. Chad, say hi.
I
Hi,
like
D. Thank you. I'll let them continue. I'm going to recommend it to the board.
Absolutely.
Thumbs up to the board.
We're running out of
Hey, I'm on the board too, damn it.
we're running out of liquid. All right,
I
so
know.
you got 1 sip.
All right.
You get enough to.
God, this is a tight round here, honestly.
That
So I
is
went
tasty,
first
that's
last
good.
time. I'm gonna go last on this one.
I'll go first. I'm not afraid.
Go ahead.
I didn't say I was afraid.
Yeah,
It's just tight.
that is tough.
We can go counterclockwise.
Yeah,
let's try it.
Is that counterclockwise?
Yeah, man.
Whatever, man. I am unequivocally going black.
What?
Yep. The blue to me was, I mean, it's a decent dram, and I liked it, and I would drink it if you put it in front of me. But to me tonight, the black glass is just kind of hitting me where I live for a
Good for you.
peated dram.
All right.
It's got layers of flavor. They play well together. It's a nuanced dram that kind of flows through neat with water. It gave me everything I was looking for. I liked the nose, both neat and with water. The blue seemed a little more unidimensional, neat to me. The nose had like a grassy note that I wasn't really digging. With water, it was kind of very much the same. Like it didn't really wash anything out. It didn't really change the flavor profile any. And I can't say that it was bad. It just, it didn't change really at all. I didn't really get any nuance from it from start to finish through the whole thing. So my vote is for black.
Okay. Drew?
I'm torn, to be honest. I feel like the black is more meat and potatoes, like you coined your phrase there. It gets more of that creosote, Isla flavor, barbecue, burnt ends, if you will. The blue, purple, blue, whatever is more of Isla sweet side of the house. It gives me a little bit more nuances, if you will, of flavor for me than what I'm looking for.
No,
I
that's
agree.
fair.
I agree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your point. I think that if you're this is going to come down to profiles because
Yep.
both of these are honestly very good Islas.
Yes.
Not fantastic Islas, but good Islas. And I will say, in my profile, I like the blue better tonight.
Okay, so time out. I poured these 2 hours ago. I don't know which one's which, but because I poured them, my vote doesn't count anyway because we can't end on a tie here. So it's coming
Does his
down
vote
to
not
time.
count?
No. He's here for color commentary. He's,
Oh,
he's
okay.
the Joe Rogan, right?
He's
He's,
Troy Aikman.
Yeah. He's,
All right,
Troy
so
Aikman.
What he's saying is I don't matter.
oh,
And
that's
I mean, you know,
and
That's hard
I
to
have
fair.
feelings.
your vote.
Um,
Your
my
vote's the
feelings.
tie breaking. I mean, you're
all right, so
choosing
what?
the
So
winner.
a color
you're like the
commentator, what do
beauty
you like?
queen we bring in for, you know.
Talk to us about your decision, your preference.
We already know who won because he's going to go black no matter what.
I didn't love the nose on this one, but I loved the ride that it took you on neat, and that one held.
Blue.
So I didn't like that one quite as much neat,
Blue.
but
Blue.
yes, blue. But with water, I ended up liking the nose and the ride better on blue.
On blue.
So
Yeah,
you're like
I'm
the blue
blue.
side.
You're
Yeah.
a blue guy.
Because when we added water here,
So-
it just the heat
Hey,
kind of took
Andrew's
over.
about to tell
You're
us-
making him think this
Now,
one more
hang on a
time.
second.
Oh, yeah.
Since my
Yep.
vote doesn't count, I was going blue too. I was going. I'm not going to disagree with Sean's take on a peated Scotch. Yes, tonight, what I enjoyed about the blue is it did have more nuance to me on the nose. Neat. It didn't come at you with peat. I was like, shit, I don't even smell any peat on this. But on the palate, I was like, hello, lover, where have you been? And I enjoyed that palate even more. Now, I did think that water helped the black out a little bit more, took that creosote note out, brought that burnt end note out, and I was like, oh, man, it's getting close. But I liked them both, and if I had to pour another glass, I'm pouring blue, whatever that is.
100%. I'm with you. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
well,
here comes the wheelhouse.
Yeah,
Explain it to us, Andrew.
And Andrew's like, I don't care what your vote is, sit down.
All right, Dr. Scott.
these are both great. So I would drink both every day. I think the blue one had great flavor. It had good balance between the vanillas and the sweetness, but it was pretty straight laced. Whereas the black had rich, dynamic flavor, which is what I was looking at tonight. As it transitioned from the vanillas and the Fritos to the charcoal to the caramels, it did all that within a single sip, and the nose did the same thing, which I was really impressed with. I liken this too. The blue is kind of the starch shirt kind of Scotch, and the black is kind of the blue collar rough and tumble Scotch or peated whiskey. So you've got, this is good. It's clean. It's professional. It's well manicured. This is get in the trenches and fight it out kind of thing. So the black is my.
So you like it rough.
You like some rough flavor.
Black is
Nice and rough and dirty.
rough and tumble. So
Rough and dirty.
In the van.
So black
Whatever, man.
wins. Three of
black
us.
wins 2-3.
Three of us win, but technically
Black wins 2-3.
the two counting votes went black tonight.
Let's see which one.
Black wins
Black,
3.
I don't honestly. So
black is red.
So don't show them up there. Do you guys have any clue what you think is which?
I do. If I was to guess, is that what you're asking for?
Yes.
I would say, just based on what I think the profiles are, black is Lagavulin and blue is Peat Monster. That's my guess.
That's probably maybe.
I would say that the Lagavulin is going to be a little bit more rough around the edges, and
I think the opposite.
I'm
No
going to
way.
reserve my comments because there
We're
are
gonna
some
find
ladies
out.
on the show, and
Let's pull up Dram Cam.
So black is red. Nope.
black.
We picked Peat Monster. Peat Monster is the black,
So
and blue is
I was right.
Lagavulin.
You were right, Drew.
How
So we
about that?
picked
So
black.
That
I
Lagavulin
figured-
8 is good.
Really?
It's good.
We have to find some more peat monster then.
Yep.
We got
Zach
more.
Andrews, send us another bottle of Peat. No, actually, we're going to New York next week.
I got Peat Monster.
No, it's not the same one.
Interesting.
2 bottles there somewhere.
It's the limited 10th year anniversary bottle.
maybe
It's
I
not
don't
It's
the
a
same.
different one.
We
Well,
looked.
heck, it's gonna fall
So
apart
at the
now.
end of the day, Lagavulin 8 just fell to
Like
Peat Monster.
I would have guessed
wrong
wrong on that.
I
would've
did.
To be honest,
I did guess
I
wrong.
did not.
that's why we don't guess.
Hey, hang on. Wait, time out.
Wait.
Brad?
Malt Meeting had it right though.
Bread.
Oh.
Bread. Super chat for $2. Somebody else super chat for at least $1. Drew was right. Let me get my phone.
No, you don't
I'll do
want
it.
to. You don't want to see that. So
We all wanna
but
see
but
that.
look what
We all
Malt
want to say it.
bring Malt Meeting's comment
Which
up.
one? Both of them here?
Yeah, actually, good
Both
call.
champs go down.
That's a good call.
A losing battle tonight, which I guess the Steelers are losing too.
Have
This
we
is
not
horrible.
had this in the lineup before?
No.
I can't believe that.
No,
We've talked about it for a
it's
long
not
time. It's,
because it's been straddling the blended
Yeah,
category,
it's
peat category,
borderline.
and so finally we just landed on it belongs in the peat category. It really
It
does,
does.
and I mean obviously
You can't
it does.
put it in a
It just
blend.
won the fight.
I
so.
honestly came into tonight when we talked about this. I'm like, that Peat Monster's gonna freaking
Oh,
throw down.
I knew it was
It's a
going to
good
have a
bottle.
good
You know, it's
chance.
funny that wasn't even cast strength.
It's
That cast
wild
strength
that-
is absolutely
To
delicious.
be called
Right.
Peat Monster neat, it didn't stay peated for very long. Like I expected it to be like heavy peat all the way through.
I will
know,
say
That's interesting. So we're learning here is that the one that we thought was kind of like starch shirt was the constant Lagavulin,
His
whereas
coin.
whereas the throwdown was
Yeah.
Peat Monster, which is a blend of a couple different ones, which maybe makes sense why it kind of went all over the place. And I don't know. We're learning.
I do believe I said a couple of times sherry, and I feel like Log is always known for a little bit of sherry in some
Yeah.
of their bottles.
man, I just get sweetness on it.
Yeah, honestly, guys, good fights tonight. We knew tonight was going to go into this one with some great fights. There's my love and support from Bobby J.
You don't even got a full
I love
dollar.
you, brother. Thank you for the vote of confidence and saying I'm number one.
Time out.
Man.
We do want to mention one thing. I thank you for the reminder, Tom. I saw it come through the chat earlier. Tomorrow is the opening of the OSWA,
That's right.
right? So
Oh, yeah.
The nominations are done. It's the actual
voting opens.
Voting
tomorrow.
opens tomorrow.
Right. So tomorrow, Aquavite on his show, on his channel, will be launching opening the votes for the online Scotch Whiskey Awards. We did take part in the nominations for the
Yep.
categories, if you will, the bottles. But go out there, participate. It's really a good time and a lot of work.
You may
And I know
jump on.
Aquavite and Ralphie put a lot of work into it. And it's fun to talk about all these different scotches. So be on the lookout. Get online, get on YouTube, check out Ralphie, check out Aquavite, and make sure you guys are on his channel tomorrow for the opening of the votes. And then
All right.
obviously follow it to see where it ends up. But with that being said, thank you for the super chats tonight,
Yes.
Heck
Thank you.
yeah.
everybody.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
there was a couple people that we haven't seen in a long time. It was really good to see you all.
Very
Great
nice.
show.
Chad,
This
thanks for
guy.
coming over, bud.
Yeah,
Good to see you,
right.
my friend.
I don't
Yes.
even have anything but
And
points.
with that, great show, fun fights. We have two new champions. Two new
Beat
champions.
that. Beat that.
Cheers, guys.
I gotta get something in my glass.
See you next week.
3, 2, 1.
Here we